Ciao ragazzi, tutto bene? Spero di sì. Allora, che mi dite in questa calda giornata primaverile? Sto parlando un po' in italiano così per sciogliermi, però spero tutto bene. Tra un paio di minuti ci collegheremo con Nils Jansons, che è uno dei pattinatori più forti al mondo, un puro atleta, e parleremo di coronavirus, quarantena e blading. Lui è Nils, ve lo faccio vedere. Ta-da! Nils, lui. Benissimo, dai, io vedo che Nils è già connesso, quindi lo inviterei e incomincerei a parlare in inglese. For the ones who have connected right now, we are going live with Nils in a couple of minutes, and we are going to talk about the COVID-19, aka the coronavirus, that is going actually literally crazy all over the world. We're going to talk about blading as well, his attitude on working out, on healthy life and stuff like that, and of course his brand new Fifth Element from Rose's Pro model that just came out like a month ago or something like that. And so yeah, let's invite it in.
Kind of nervous right now. We are waiting for Niels, and let's see. Oh, yes,
Yo,
sir.
Bombers.
What's up?
What's up, bro?
Huh?
Good.
Kind
How are
of,
you?
kind of good. I've already cleaned every little corner here in
I
my house.
believe can you go outside?
Well, actually, you are allowed to go outside to go to the grocery or like to the pharmacy, but that's like the only thing that you're able to do here in Milan. And I think that thing is going to spread all over the Italy. But like we were like the very first city as Milan and Lombardy region who has been like under this super heavy lockdown. So we got like
Yeah.
everything closed and you're not allowed to go around with your car and stuff like that. So it's been like a couple of weeks, strange weeks actually. What
For
about you?
sure.
What about you?
Uh, Latvia is, yeah, slowly kind of shutting down as well, to be honest. But still, I mean, I was riding my bike today,
Hmm.
skated a little bit outside, but people still hanging out. Shops are still open, and
Okay.
it's kind of serious, but and most of the public, I think, doesn't take it that serious yet.
Hmm.
I think it's the same case in Italy as well. At first, you kind of notice the virus,
Dude,
but yeah,
yeah, we were like all of us, yeah, fuck it, it's a hoax. It's like the news are like they need to sell and stuff like that, so they're like
yeah,
overexposing that thing. So we were like, yeah, virus cannot stop us. It's just a flu. So let's go to the restaurant, let's go to the bar, let's go
and
whatever,
yeah,
and then it's fucked up.
and
I
I was
mean,
thinking Italian mentality. You guys are always out there
exactly,
socializing. You get
exactly.
for Latvians, if you say stay home, don't go meet people, it's like that's what we do.
Dude,
Nobody goes out to meet people.
then
But for
like,
you guys, you kiss each other and you hang out. That's your
yeah, like
your thing.
there were like probably three major rules that there were no hugs, no shaking hands, and don't go around into the crowded places from China coming here. Like the Chinese people were like telling to Italian people, hey guys, three things to not to do are like don't shake hands, don't hug or kiss each other, and don't go in crowded places. And we did exactly the opposite. We were like, hey man, what's up? Hanging like hugging around or like doing a
Yeah,
high five or. So that is
yeah,
why it
yeah,
spread out that hardly and it hits like Milan kind of heavy,
yeah.
I would say. Yeah.
You're in the epicenter, right? You're
Yeah.
in the hot.
Actually, so it began like the very first like place spot where like the first case of coronavirus happened was like a small city, probably like 100 kilometers away from Milan. But like it came out here in Milan like in a minute. Like 1 week,
Hmm.
we just heard the news from telly, and they were like, yeah, first case of coronavirus, 38 years old man got infected, and we were like, okay, but it's there, like we didn't knew,
Uh-huh.
we
That
didn't
was right.
expect.
right after Winter Clash, around
Exactly.
that time.
Exactly. Yeah, it was like the week after that one.
Because when we were in Sicily right after Winter Clash.
Exactly.
Yeah, and as we were going home, it was kind of booming in Italy, so we
Yeah.
had to fly through Rome, and it was kind of tricky time to go
Yeah.
home as well.
And the crazy fact, it's the thing is like here in Italy, there are like all of those deaths because we are not like a young country, you know. There's like a lot of old
Yeah.
people, especially on those two cities which are called Brescia and Bergamo, who are like majorly hit by this virus because they're like cities full of old people. So unfortunately, down there, like yesterday, I've seen like a picture of the trucks from the army carrying all the what's it called, the cascades from the old people because there are no rooms in the cemetery. So it's
Crazy.
yeah, it looks like a war zone, man. It's crazy.
It's like 3,000 death cases, right?
Kind of. And
Almost.
yesterday we had like more death in one day than Chinese. We had like more than 400 people died in one day, which is of course like the news are saying that like the virus is like a consequence of like different disease that those people has, but still,
Yeah, of course.
but still
It's mostly old and kind of sick people being affected very easily. And it's like even the healthy people who survive the virus with no problem, they're the ones that carrying it
exactly
all over the place, you know.
That is why they're telling to everybody to stay at home because probably, who knows, we didn't get like any tests, but like the government says that probably more than 60% of the people can get the virus, but like most of us are not have any symptoms, so we are fine. But like if I'm going to say my grandma and I'm gonna kiss her, she could get infected, and you know it could be
exactly
dangerous for her and stuff.
You might feel strong and healthy and good, but carrying around the virus without even knowing, and
exactly
kind of that's the tricky part. Yeah, you spread it to the older people and whoever you meet. So I guess it's the only way that's happening right now in Italy is a complete shutdown. You know, complete.
Yeah. It's the safest way, and but the problem is that the fact that the people are still going around. I mean, if I look out the window, I can see like old people carrying their children to the park, or like I see cars going around. Of course, not like a normal day, but like I see like a bunch of people. Or yesterday the news says that like within the GPS from the cell phones, the government saw the fact that there were like more than 40% of the people here in Lombardy still going around and stuff like that, which doesn't make sense because it will take longer, this lockdown thing. And
I guess nobody knows what's going on tomorrow, what's going on in 1 week, and it's a situation we all kind of part of, and nobody's really ready for it, and just
And so
crazy times.
Like I have never ever thought to witness it and like see anything like that in my whole life, man. It's crazy. And I've seen like Manila is going to be locked down as well. Many people in the US are telling me that like they're thinking of like locking down the cities, and it's crazy.
And I guess in a lot of places where the virus is, people don't think it's serious because it's only a few cases. But I guess
it's the same thing that like I said, like we as a community completely underestimate that thing. We were like, fuck it, it's a virus, it's like a flu, couple of sneeze and we're good. We're gonna eat a couple of oranges and we're fine.
Damn. Yeah, no, it's Italian mentality. It's complete opposite of what you should do now.
Dude, like you guys are gonna take like 5 days and you're good.
Damn.
And so
our trip got canceled. We were planning to go ski in Livigno.
Oh yeah,
all got canceled as well.
Yeah, because like the one of the very first thing that they shut it down was those mountain ski systems. Like after closing down museums and cinema. They shut it down, the whole thing from the Alps, and
Yeah, where all the tourists come from all over the world.
exactly. And so, what about up there? What you're doing? Like, are you just said like you're able to go around with your bike, and I saw your vlog this morning that you went out
Yeah, I mean,
running, and
yeah, I mean, no matter how bad it is, I'm kind of really enjoying my days. It's it's good. I mean, I don't know. I'm working and I'm doing what I'm always been doing, working a lot
okay,
on computer, on my
okay,
videos.
mm-hmm.
More people on YouTube and Instagram than ever before, so
Wow, yeah,
it's kind
exactly.
of it's the booming time. It's too bad because we have a lot of skate parks closed down because they're
Mm-hmm.
part of some schools or just a public space. So I can't go train regularly to the spot center where I'm used to.
Okay. Which is the indoor skate park where
Yeah,
that
with the
place
big
looks pretty cool.
ramps,
Yeah.
the Resi, and I've had a couple of vlogs there as well. The place is
Okay.
amazing. So that place is closed as well.
Mm-hmm.
All the theaters, all the schools, that's all closed.
Damn.
But all the shops are open and people still go to big supermarkets and hang out and buy clothes and whatever, you know.
Okay.
So I guess it's the matter of time when they shut down all the stores as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just like I was saying, it's the best thing. Unfortunately, it's to stay at home, and like the more people are staying at home, the less the virus can spread, and so we can get like back on the normal schedule as soon as possible. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to contain this.
Yeah, nobody knows, you know.
Exactly. So tell me something more about you. I mean, like we've been chatting and talking about like everything since ages right now.
Yeah,
I just take out from my collection your 2012
yeah,
Skater
bro.
of the Year. So
Awesome.
I think you're one of the most productive and like probably one of the very first player who transmitted your pro career from blading to content creator and like mixing the whole thing, right?
Trying. Yeah, it's been that way. I
Great.
mean, I guess my injuries helped to transform this way approach because I had a lot of time off having a big long pause thinking of how I can stay involved and keep working for blading and blading related stuff
Mm-hmm.
even when I'm not skating. So then I started teaching more kids and doing camps and all
Great.
this stuff.
Great.
But now today I'm feeling like super motivated to just skate and with the current situation in companies, you know, in the low money as well, low salary for the pros kind of in general in our community. I just decided pushing YouTube and going more independent is the way, you know,
True.
even in the future if I'm not like trying to stay on top as a pro athlete, I can still do my own thing and stay independent and create my content and spread the message and my vision to all the community, you
Dude,
know, still.
that's awesome. That's pretty
The
good to hear, and it makes me kind of a proud
yeah,
to have you as a very first
yeah,
guest of these blading chats out of
yeah.
nowhere,
Awesome, Bombers. It's good.
trying to kill this time
Oh,
here sitting alone, and yeah, I mean, like I
yeah.
see you, and I do really like your mission because it's pretty. I do think that like right now pros should spread the message in every way. So like teaching, YouTubing,
Mm,
like IG, and stuff like that, and
yeah,
it's a way to entertain and to spread our sport on the maximum stage,
for
right?
sure. And the times are changing. We just need to adapt to the
True.
methods we have to reach out more public as well.
I saw you
And
just open your TikTok account.
some time ago, but I keep forgetting to
Dude,
open the.
that the thing is too hard, no? I mean, like I try to watch it, but like, man, it's too much for me, man.
I haven't checked TikTok in some weeks, I think,
Mm,
but
it's hard. That's the thing. It's pretty hard. No, I mean, I don't know.
it's full of trash and silly stuff. So,
Mm,
and I can't get keep my attention on it for too long. You know, I feel like it's too silly and too bringing me down when, for example, on YouTube, you can at least give some knowledge and more, yeah, a higher message. And TikTok
True.
just seems like moment entertainment, and you forget, you know, you just get more
Exactly.
stupid and stupid sitting on TikTok.
I do have the
So,
same. I do have like the same feeling about it. So, but
yeah,
maybe it's me because I'm a fucking 34, so I might be a
yeah,
little old and I cannot understand the real message behind it. But I do feel the
yeah.
same way as you. I mean, I do feel like it could be like I wouldn't say like a waste of time, but like it you can get like you can get your message, throw it away in a second. No.
Yeah, all depends what's your goal, you know, and then you find the right ways to achieve it. What's your audience and what you want to accomplish with it, and yeah, it's a lot of kids there.
True, true, true. And so tell me more about your pro model because like a month ago I've seen this amazing video that breaks down the internet, and like I said to
Yeah,
you at the Winter Clash, probably at least 15,000 views on that video are mine because it's pretty, it's well made and it's amazing. It gets you, in my opinion, it gets me super motivated to go skating, and the fact that you came here in my country,
yeah,
you guys went to Sicily, it makes me feel even prouder. So yeah, tell me something more about
yeah.
the
It's
video.
it's been amazing. It's been amazing hearing all the good feedback as well. Oh, sorry. And everywhere we go, and I'm super happy we get to kind of reach out outside blading as well, because you can see a lot of comments on YouTube from people who haven't seen blading in 10, 15 years,
Wow.
and they're like, what, this thing is still happening, what's going on? and and yeah, I'm very fortunate and happy. It was just in January, right, 2 months ago, when
Hmm.
we went to Sicily to film it, and then we launched it one month after. So even with all this situation as well, you know, if it was 2 months of a time, we wouldn't even travel there. Like the
Damn.
difference, you know, now nobody's traveling anywhere. And but yeah, I'm super happy what we got to achieve with my brother Martins
Hmm.
and Kasper's team Latvia. Three of us,
Dude.
we flew out to Sicily. I had some screenshots of the spots. I did my research, and uh, Francesco, the local homie, helped
Hmm.
us out a lot. And we rented a car and full on 10 days
Awesome.
filming. We were discussing every evening how we want this to be. My brother had a vision, and yeah, I mean, he's a pro, and I'm super fortunate to be able to do my thing and work with the pros at their own thing, you know. My brother is pro at filming. Kaspers is an amazing pro at photography and what he does. So collectively, we managed to bring amazing piece. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can tell. I mean, the product was like a professional product. Like it, in a way, it looks like a proper product campaign from one of those big company like Nike or whatever. You know, you have like everything fully covered at the high quality. Like
Yeah.
you guys have reached like a lot of outside person, I think, also because of that. Because first of all, you have shot it in a place where like nobody
Mm.
really think of like going there for skating. Second of all, like probably was the right time for you guys for pumping out this new product, the Fifth Element from Roses. And yeah, like the photography that Caspar take and the
Yeah.
cinematography that Martin did, they were like really on point, I would say.
And everything, and how Sicily looks and the spots, it's all cool, kind of unseen for most of the people. And yeah, and it's all us, you know. There was no director or whatever from the outside, or
No, no,
all
it's you
idea from
guys.
zero to the final product. It's all us, and I'm just super kind of proud of yeah,
Awesome,
proud of
awesome.
us, proud of the team. But now it's crazy. I don't know when. I don't know. I haven't talked with Rosie's and with Roches when the
Roches.
skate. What's up with the, you know, launching of the skate? Because
Hmm.
if all the Italy is shut down, the skate
Yeah.
is supposed to drop soon, like very very soon. I need to check, but in next few weeks, you know, it should be arriving in stores, but nobody knows what's going on now.
From from
So.
at the telly, like a newspaper, they said like they probably postpone the locking down thing because the government says might be last until the 3rd of April. But yesterday they are starting to tell like to the people, hey guys, it might be a little longer just because of the fact that I was saying to you before that people are
Hmm.
still going around. So they're probably, I think, because Easter is going to be the 10th of April, they're going to they're going to postpone it at least, I
Hmm.
would say, second half of April. So we will see. And I would like to make one of these episodes with Marco to see what is his
Yeah.
vision and like to have something like, from behind the scene and from the company and to see what is their perspective and stuff like that. But there
Yeah.
was like one thing that I wanted to ask you because Italy is well known for like our cuisine, like for the different types of cuisine that you can find not from one region to another, but like one city to another. And
Yeah.
from a vegan perspective, how do you find like Sicily cuisine? Was it hard to find something to eat, or like
Ah,
was it easy, or
it was easy. I just know. I mean, yeah, I don't expect much, going in places, and I kind of know what I just ask senza formaggio on my pizza, and
food?
coffee is always good and
Right.
easy to get, and grilled veggies always good,
Mm-hmm.
and even having pizza without cheese and just with a lot of veggies on it is amazing.
All right,
But yeah,
great.
of course, cannoli and the rice balls. I didn't have,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness. What about the other guys, like Casper and Martin? Did they have like get
Yeah, I
any
mean, Casper's was in
in
euphoria,
heaven?
all the time. But
I bet.
yeah, but it's good. I mean, Italy is an amazing place, and I can't wait to go to go back and things go back to normal.
Yeah,
It's
you,
crazy.
you should come. You should come here
Yeah.
as soon as everything. I mean, let's see what we can do within the donation. But like, if everything back to normal in July, I might gonna set it up for sure for this September. So we need to talk about like the combination of the dates. We talk about the Winter
Mm-hmm.
Clash and like
For sure.
it will be great to have you here back again.
Yeah, event Milan, end of August, beginning of September, something
Kind
like
of,
that.
kind of. We have to
September.
see because everything right now
Yeah.
is being postponed, and I mean,
Yeah, all the feasts and everything as well. Yeah.
yeah,
Big events.
everything. Like even like weddings. I do have like some weddings things to shot, and I got like email from the couples, and they told me, hey, there might be the chance that we're going to postpone our wedding because of that, because they're going to be on May. So it's kind of hard.
It's crazy times, bro.
Yeah,
Nobody knows what's
no,
happening.
true,
And you
true,
just, yeah, it's a good reminder, kind of slap in the face, you need to
true.
live today and you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. And yeah.
And it's crazy because like we always, I wouldn't say underestimate, but like we always thought that like the Earth was ours. You know what I mean? And right
Mm,
now, I do have the sense that like the Earth are saying, guys, you're nothing, and I can stop you in a minute. You know what I
mm,
mean?
yeah.
Within this virus thing, it looks like a message, somehow. So I mean, this is my perspective. So
Yeah, we don't know. I mean, there's positive side as well,
true, true. Which is like, look at like right now, if I can see out of my window, I can see a lot of rabbits. I've seen like a lot of birds and stuff like that. Usually they're not here because they're what's it called, scared by the people around, by
Of
the
course.
cars driving by. So so
Yeah, and the air quality in Asia and
yeah,
the
you see,
rivers, in the Venice, and all the water is
clear,
the
crazy.
nature is, yeah, going back. I mean, we humans, we obviously created all this shit. And
True, true.
it's just kind of way of life.
And yeah, a couple of more
But
questions that I would like to ask you about blading, and then I leave you. Like, what was like? Do you ever thought about like the evolution of your skating, or like it just came out like fluently like a river, I would say. Like I remember you skating on the remedies days, you were
Mm.
like doing like big ass drop kings and stuff like that, and right now you're doing more stylish and technical thing, but like you're also doing like big ass drop rail, like the tops that you did
Yeah,
on your
yeah, yeah.
promo and stuff like that.
I guess now I just appreciate diversity more than ever, you know. I
Mm-hmm.
see how endless blading can be, and how, yeah, how limitless your options and ways of skating actually are. So that's why I kind of experiment more with stuff that I never kind of was good at, you know, doing some more technical switch ups, or doing learning more skating switch, and just realizing how much there is that I kind of really don't know how to do, and how much I know I can still get better at. But for me, it started as, of course, going big was a way of kind of trying to get your name out there, you know, get
Dude.
attention. So you're from this small Latvia, and if you go to Winter Clash, of course, nobody's gonna saw it if you're just gonna do stylish royales. And I had to send disaster for 50 royales. So
And say, hey, there's a new sheriff right now in town from
yeah, yeah,
Latvia.
yeah. Yeah, just going fearless, you know. I don't know. My biggest motivation was Hafi, Shima,
Hmm.
Carlos Pianovsky, you know. I
Yeah.
was always about drop king rails. I was like, yeah. And that's how spots in Latvia were, you know.
Hmm.
We had sketchy spots, and usually just big, gnarly spots, like big drop rails without run up, and we just had to do what we had.
Oh my
And
goodness.
yeah, I mean, my brother was always there to kind of push me as well.
Dude.
Hey, do that. Hey, do that.
Hey, there's
And
that roof. Let's do something on that
yeah,
roof.
yeah. At first years, doing a lot of gaps, but then over the years, yeah, it transforms. I mean, I love skating so much, so I just had to transform and find ways to keep progressing, and keep it interesting for myself, and keep like have it same joy, you know, and different approach.
True, and like you know what I can say. I mean, in my perspective, your vision of skating, it's like at the same level of like a very bunch of pros. I mean, because I see you all the time progressing. You know, like you're doing like video, and the next video will be there, and the next video will be there, and it's really
Mm,
I've seen that evolution in a very bunch of players, in my opinion. I mean, you're all
yeah,
the time entertaining, and all the time super motivational to see. You
for
know what I
sure.
mean? And I do really like the way that you're putting out contents, and like all the video you're putting out since the
Yeah,
very like the early shadow days from probably 2006 or six or something like that, and then like until this day within this Sicily thing in Catania and in the whole region of
yeah.
Sicily, call it Breeze. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, which I
Check
don't
it
think is
out.
possible, check it out. Go on Nils Jansons' YouTube
For sure.
channel, hit him up his subscription button, and go on the
Yeah,
Rosie's page and check out all of his videos and stuff like that.
yeah.
And
I
yeah,
guess that's been our goal, you know, creating every part. So it's kind of our new favorite part we've created. At least for me, you know, it's been like that. Every next part I look at, it's like my favorite. So you kind of keep progressing, but you just transform your skating in some way, and you still come up with new stuff, and yeah, keep
great.
pushing it always.
Talking about the
But
Winter Clash, what was the feeling that you get when you won it within that 540 alley topsail on that down
to
rail?
2013.
And how was
eh,
the feeling of winning the Winter Clash, which is like the biggest?
I don't know. I just did what I had to do, and I
And
won
you
it.
did
And
it.
there was not much of a too serious approach or whatever. You know, I was like all in. You know, either I'm gonna win it or I'm gonna fall. I don't know.
Dude, man,
So
I
I
was
was all
there,
in.
man. Dude.
Yeah, it's good. It was good.
But like, what was like the epicest moment in your blading career? I know it sounded kind of an awkward question, but like, do you have any
Uh,
favorite moment in your whole blading career?
Probably Winter Clash was of the highlights,
Mm-hmm.
like landing that 540 ellipse also on the peak. But at the moment, I didn't really realize, you know. I just did my trick, and only after, even now, I look back, I was like, oh, well, yeah, actually, that was a crazy moment there.
Fuck.
But at the moment, I was just having a session, you know, doing my tricks, and the energy was high, and I just did my
Great,
trick. Yeah,
great,
yeah, it was
great.
good, good session. I mean,
And
same this year as well, you know, it's been, that was 13 and now was 20, so it's 7 years back, and it's still good, still similar feeling at the Winter Clash. So
dude,
I
and,
like the energy, yeah.
and the Hurricane top so they did this year on the high rail, the high bar from the bank
Yeah,
to bank, dude, that
I'm
was
happy. First
really.
try, so I'm happy about that.
And I've seen that there were like a bunch of kids from Latvia, right? This year at the Winter Clash.
Hmm.
Are
Two in
they
the
like
final, yeah,
what? Are they like kids from your blading school?
yeah. Yeah, both of them. And the youngest one is super crazy as well. I think one is 15, the other one is 13, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Dude,
they're both really good, and we skate together. And I push the little guys. I try to film them, and yeah, my recent post on Instagram as well is with the kids.
oh yeah,
So
I've seen it. I've seen it.
yeah, I make them kind of learn to film, and we film each other, and they film me, I film them, kind of push each other. It's good.
Great,
There's some,
great.
yeah, I guess we all need to just push on those kids a little bit. I was lucky enough to have my brother as kind of coach, you know, always there was somebody to kind of lead you, you know. At
Mm-hmm.
times when you kind of were stopping or not knowing where to go, there's somebody that kind of gives you some extra motivation and reminds you why you do it and how to do it better. And
Was he
I
the
think that,
one that like introduced you to skating? Your brother, your older brother, or like
yeah,
because he was
yeah.
skating and then like you went to the skate park with him and stuff like that, and then all of a
Yeah,
sudden,
he discovered it, I guess, on TV when X Games was still around,
okay,
like 2001 and stuff. So he got his first ratchets, and
dude,
he started skate with his homies, and I was just like their little guy. And of course, I wanted to go out with the older guys because they were more badass, and I was just kind of, they were showing more of the life, you know.
mm-hmm.
So I just joined my brother, started skating, and bigger guys kind of realized, oh, like Nils can do a lot of stuff, you know, if you just tell him to do. And yeah, a lot of
Awesome,
times they would just like do this switch up, do this switch up, and I would just kind of
doing it.
listen and do it.
Oh my goodness.
I
Yeah, yeah.
mean, yeah,
I
it
can
comes
see.
from, yeah, yeah,
It's pretty cool to have like someone older than you that can really teach you and tell you what to do and
yeah,
how
for
to do
sure.
tricks and stuff like that. To me, it doesn't really happen because when I started skating, it was like 2000, and like here in Italy, the scene was pretty kind of a dead, I would say. And like, but like ironically, even if the scene was dead, there were like a bunch of random rollerbladers who meet up at the same time at the same skate park, which was the
Mm,
one where we did the competition last year. And so yeah, everything started, but like the only way that we had to learn the tricks were like from videos. So when we were like doing the session and stuff like that, we were like kind of worried about doing the tricks and things like that. So we were like
yeah,
kind of scared because there was no one older than can really motivate you. So, but right now
yeah, it's
I can see
crazy.
the progress within those two kids, Matthew and Jomar, because they are skating all the
Hmm.
time with me and Gabriel and the other boys and Bep and stuff like that. So they can really get
Yeah,
motivated because they see older people doing
for
like
sure.
other tricks, and for them, just
and
because they're
and
young.
especially yeah, well, and especially when they get appreciation from the older guys, you know, from the
Mm,
OGs, it gives them so much motivation to just keep
exactly.
going. So that's what I try to remind myself as well, to all these kids. They need kind of a role model, somebody who's kind of leading a way or just giving some coaching time to time. So
That is why I'm trying, as you have seen, like to do the same thing that you,
yeah,
Josh Glowicki, are doing, to
yeah,
teaching and spreading the word of blading and the way that, like, in my opinion, it should be thought, you know, like, so supporting your friends while they're skating motivates them,
For
give
sure.
them high five, learn how to film them in a
And
way.
today it's so easy to do it even on Instagram, you know,
Exactly.
just leaving a comment like, yo, keep it up. It's so easy. It takes you 5 seconds. And for the kid, it's like,
A huge
whew,
accomplish, yeah. Yeah.
a new wave to get out there and do it. So it's kind of so easy to show some love and support. And I think, yeah, we should just do it more.
Exactly. So with that being said, it has been like half an hour. So
We had some people watching for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. A
Actually,
bunch
there
of
were some
people.
questions as well. Yeah.
Let me see. I've seen like a bunch of people asking you, when did you decided to go vegan? So yeah, when did you decided to go vegan? I mean, was it like a choice, or like a natural way, or it
I had
happened?
to.
You had to? Oh,
Life made me go. Yeah, I mean, it was how would you say? I don't know, natural way of slowly realizing, seeing some movies of ethical reasons, and then again realizing that some athletes are really thriving on a plant-based diet,
mm-hmm.
and just then again it's the environmental reasons of how bad it's gonna, how not sustainable it is for the environment as well, that it takes so much resources, you know, you need to grow so much plants to feed to the
To the
livestock, and then
cows and stuff like
so
that.
much water, you know, when you could just give plants and water straight to the people and kind of be more so much effective. And yeah, I was kind of vegetarian around 2014, 15 for some time, and then I think I kind of forgot why I went vegetarian and went back eating meat. And then it's been like three and a half years now since I'm vegan. And
Awesome.
I mean, it's so simple, and now it's just, yeah, so good. I mean, just people are kind of spreading the message and realizing more and more, you know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
if the top athletes are kind of example of, you can like, you know, they are the human example of pushing to the limit and kind of putting their body through the hardest like war, and I mean hardest kind of times, you know, being out there for 4 hours and pushing your body to the limit. And if they can be world champions on a plant-based diet, it just, you know,
There's no
it shows
excuses.
something. Yeah, for sure.
True. Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. So I would say that
But
this
it's,
is like a
yeah,
pretty good message, and we can end it up this little chats within this thing,
yeah,
so we can say everybody go vegan.
yeah, for sure.
I
Wash
mean,
your hands.
wash your yeah, exactly, guys. Look at me, guys.
Yeah,
Wash your hands. Just don't go in crowded places. Don't hug for the moment. Don't hug people,
yeah,
and like again, wash your hands, because that COVID-19 or coronavirus thing,
yeah,
it's a thing. So just be careful, and like try to stay away from the people for this short limit time, so everybody can back at the normal schedule as soon as possible. And like we were saying before, go on YouTube, search for Nils Jansons. Go on Instagram, look for Nils Janson. Subscribe on his
subscribe.
channel,
Yeah.
his IG, his TikTok. So
You too, Bombers.
you,
Stay safe. Damn, you're
yeah,
in
we try.
Italy. I hope things go back to normal as well soon,
So
soon,
am
soon.
I. So am I.
That's crazy.
So we can skate.
So we
And
can skate soon.
yeah,
I wanna travel, meet the homies, skate,
dude,
Bombers.
you have to come here at my house. And yeah, one
Yeah.
last thing. Tomorrow we are going to have him this little blading chats, Kevin
Mm.
Brickman from Amsterdam. So
Yeah.
everybody will see us tomorrow. Niels, thank you very much, and again,
Thank you, Bombers.
congratulations on your pro model, on the video, and all the things that you have achieved. So peace out, and
Appreciate very much.
let's talk us
You
soon.
too, Bombers. Stay safe, and thank you for all you do as well, bro.
No, thank you. Ciao, bombers.
See you soon. Stay safe.
Peace.
Ciao.
Ciao. Ok, ragazzi, qua è andata. Ok, oh, I'm sorry. I'll go back in English. Yeah, just like we were saying, we had this little chat with Niels. It has been like pretty cool. I was kind of nervous. I'm still hard because I'm still are nervous. I'm nervous because yeah, it was my very first time doing this kind of stuff. Tomorrow we are going to have Kevin Brickman from Amsterdam, really good friend of mine, filmmaker, and one of the very first vegan probably in the blading scene. He's been vegan since 1994, I would say. So yeah, I'm gonna send you guys some big hugs from this lockdown city called Milan, and I'm really hope to what can I say? I'm really hope to see everything going back to normal as soon as possible. And yeah, stay safe, wash your hands, and yeah, be safe.